Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here again at our ICP. We're going to double check a couple of things. We'll start with the backend data to kind of see where we're at. And if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something today. If you do want to learn a lot more, of course, cryptocash.tech is a site linked down below. Oh, and a quick heads up too. Congrats, folks. I took some nice profits here from Caspa long, 3 hours, good 20% there, and of course, good 28% from Bitcoin in 20 hours. My day trading bots also scalping the heck out of Ethereum and Matic here. So nice trades there, folks. Congrats on that. Let's double check a couple things. First of all, we want to talk about this it's a falling wedge pattern here that we want to talk about, which is considered a bullish sign, right? So we just need it to break to the upside here shortly, and it should continue to take off. Again, a lot of other things are present that we need to factor in first, but once again, that's just something to kind of be mindful of. We'll look at that in a minute, but I want to double check a couple of things here with liquidation for ICP in the last 7 days. So we had this lower level liquidation at about 1475 I talked about yesterday, getting swept fairly hard, and of course, price recovers almost instantly after that. It's very common, okay? Keep in mind we have a liquidation level at about $14 even as well. That's a secondary amount that could also get swept, right? So we want to be mindful that that's present, but we don't necessarily have to, trade into it, so to speak. You don't necessarily just short into something like that because it's, it's there, right? But again, the falling wedge pattern here, very positive consideration here for a good long position. So what I mean by that here is oftentimes when a price action comes up like this, and it works itself into a lower high and lower low pattern, it'll inevitably break out because the simple fact that the bears are losing control. That's why it starts to contract and come down. Inevitably, when the price breaks above this level, comes back for a bullish backtest and continues higher. That's generally how the process should work, or the pattern should unfold. Is it a guarantee? Of course not. There's no guarantees in crypto. I pretty much say that every single day. But again, the same accord, a statistical probability. That's really all it is. So what are the statistics right now here? Well, we're above the 20 and testing the 50-day SMA right now, so that's still a very positive sign. Losing the 50 could imply a further downside, but I wouldn't go get too deep into the theory there of that being a bad thing, because again, we've broken the descending trend line. That's the overall biggest benefit here, in my personal opinion. Staying above the 20-day SMA would be super huge. We've also got a MACD convergence the last couple days. RSI is still up over 50. Money flow index hanging out there. Stochastic swinging up still. There's a lot of reasons why we're still in decent shape from a macro perspective. Now, is this perfect? Of course not, but it is more bullish than bearish in the overall sense, even though the price action is pulling back right now. Having said that, if we take a look at the moving averages in the 4-hour time frame, tentatively rejected out by the 200-day SMA, but most other moving averages are important and present. In other words, the 50 and the 100-day SMA hanging out below the price action, running concurrent with this descending trend. We're now under the 20-day SMA, so it's all the more reason why we got to break this descending trend line and kind of come free from this, if you will. But again, it's not perfect, but it's certainly not terrible. However, we look at the 4-hour time frame, we're still hanging out above 50 on the RSI, and money flow index bounce off 30. This is a common characteristic for a bullish type of pattern here that we're seeing that usually breaks the upside, holding support at 50. So again, pending Bitcoin doesn't have a nosedive here in the immediate future, we should see ICP recover strong. Okay, again, most things are looking decent. I will admit there that we have a MACD divergence, but we're starting to lose this momentum to the downside. Okay, so generally speaking, that's a positive sign too, but once more, not bullish yet. We need to break this descending trend to be able to have a bullish continuation. Okay, so again, as you can see, the falling wedge here is definitely technically a bullish trend. We can also see here we are tentatively below the 20 and the 50-day SMA. That's not a great sign, so all the more reason why breaking above this descending trend line can be extremely important. If we look at Ichimoku cloud, we are below the cloud, generally a bearish sign, and then lagging spans getting close to the price action. This is just kind of letting us know if you have a short position open, you may want to consider securing profits soon, because its duration to the downside could be coming to an end. Okay, so again, is it perfect? No, but we have decent macro. The 4-hour time frame is transitioning to kind of neutral, and the hourly is looking like this. The window of opportunity to the downside is coming to an end. So when I see all that stuff combined, I pretty much just avoid taking a short for starters, and I consider taking a long if and when we break through this descending trend. Okay. Now we are already in a long position for ICP, and we are very close to our entry, so I'm not really concerned at all. But I am still more long biased here in this situation, minus the simple fact that we don't have a ton of confirming factors, but those confirming factors were present yesterday when we took the trade. And if you can kind of see here, we have this basically a cup and handle pattern where the price action works itself into a descending channel and typically breaks out. So we're just looking for that breakout here. The trade would be invalidated if the price continues to drop down any lower, closer to this 1360 mark, but we're not even close to that level yet, okay? And again, if it breaks down to this, just say lower level, about $14, we might see a liquidity sweep there, one last liquidity grab, and the price recover from there. Pending Bitcoin doesn't completely drop to 64,000 or lower, I think ICP is still in pretty good shape, especially maintaining this this descending trend line, working now as a support level for us. Again, all the more reason why there's a strong likelihood the price continues further up here soon. Again, we just need some stability from Bitcoin. We'll be in decent shape. Hopefully that answered some questions for you folks. Thank you again so much for watching. Hope you learned something today. Of course, if you did, comment below, like, subscribe, and or follow. Deeply appreciate your supports, and thank you too as well for the awesome feedback from my community. I'm glad we had some really nice profits here recently, and yeah, congrats folks. Again, Casper was a nice trade there. Good job there, Master Sword. Keep up the good work, and same thing with you, Pow, too, as well. One of our newish members here, you can see, takes some nice profits here from ICP. All right, folks, have a good rest of your day. We'll see you on the next one.